Hewitt doing a nice job audibilizing, calling for that ball for a quick set. A little bit more distance between her and Danny Mafua on that play.
Hartung comes into the front row. Serving is Hewitt. Ball is pushed over that time by Taylor. Danielson trying for the corner. That's cut off by Walker. And they have a double hit. So that's a point for Idaho.
And that's so unlike Danielson. She got a little, trying to be a little aggressive on that play, and I think maybe lost the ball.
Serving will be Church. Idaho serving 7-10. Dug up by Kaihui. Mafua sets up Hartung. Hartung with that step-out move that went even by the antenna. And she was able to get it to the floor.
Hartung just has such a quick arm on the outside. Very hard to defend her. She's got a really whippersnapper of an arm swing.
Serving is Mafua. That ball dug up by Walker. Ball is hit over by Milo. One-handed save by Kaihui. Danielson, Mafua, two hands it over. There's Walker again. Hit by Milo. There, ball is dug up by Kaihui. Danielson with just a little touch. Scrambling after it is Idaho. Hamilton gets it across Hawaii with the advantage. Mafua to Danielson. Another diving dig by Milo. But the ball had too much momentum and escaped away from her. 12-7, Hawaii leading.
Both teams really scrambling here on the replay. You can see them hitting the floor, mixing things up quite a bit, touching a lot of balls, but just not controlling them all.
Here's Mafua. She serves, just gets it over the tape. Dug up by Church. Ball comes over by Taylor. Mafua, Danielson. Well, Danielson's not going to patty cake it all the time. That time she just had the flamethrower. Timeout has been called by Idaho. Hawaii leading 13-7, third set. The hard hit is sponsored by Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
On this hard hit, we see Kanani Danielson getting that hard hit. This happened in game number 2 for point number 24. Beautiful set by Liz Kaihui, and Danielson just annihilating that ball for the Ace Hardware hard hit.
Hawaii leading 13-7 here in this third set. They win this third set. They are perfect for the whack. Ball is pushed over. Good diving dig that time by Kaihui. Danielson, big block. Excellent block that time by Taylor. Taylor blocked that ball back in. On the outside was Fight.
And you got to start wondering a little bit about fatigue. Kanani Danielson has hit 36 balls so far this evening.
Serving will be Carter. Lolly pops it over. Waiting for it is Mafua. Satelli.
Satelli Chantil doing a nice job hitting out of the left front.
Weber comes into the front row replacing Griffiths. Serving will be Danielson. Hawaii leading 14-8. Gets it in. Dug up by Carter near the net. And then Satelli wanted to blast it. Goes off the block and then off of one of the Rainbow players and then out. So that's a point for Idaho as they benefit from the bounce that time. Riley Walker comes into the game. Middle blocker, 6'2", from Stevenson, Washington. Appearing for the first time. Serving is Taylor. Satelli took something off. Boy, everybody was cringing on the Idaho side. They expected a real boomer.
Well, you know, she's been booming away all night. She took a little something off of that. Good mix-up. Good mix-up by Satelli.
Kaihui to serve, 15 serving 9. Floats it over, and that's an ace. That ball went off Church.
Kaihui doing a great job. Again, I just really have to commend her for really becoming a better server this season than I've ever seen her before. Very efficient from that back line.
And this crowd knows that they are looking at Kaihui live maybe for the last time as a Rainbow Wahine. Ball comes over. That ball dug up by Danielson. Here's Weber. That's in the air. As Carter saved it. Ball is hit over by Walker. And Walker hits it wide. 17-9. Hawaii can see the light at the end of the tunnel here. Timeout has been called. And we will too. Afterwards, of course, we will celebrate the two seniors moving on. Hawaiian Airlines record book is sponsored by Hawaiian Airlines. Only one airline is Hawaiian. This is really something. The Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. That's one team. 20 matches, 123,382. The entire Mountain West schedule, 9 teams, 121,388. And the entire Missouri Valley, 10 teams, 101,042. Hawaii outdraws those conferences.
And along those lines tonight, attendance, the turnstile is 5,321 here tonight.
17-10. Serving will be fight. Kaihui Mafua. Satele hits the antenna. And that is a point again for Idaho. 11 serving 17 for the Vandals. Serving his fight. Gets it across. Kaihui to Mafua. Satele, that's blocked back, but out.
And again, we noticed Danny Mafua going right back to Satele. The previous hit, she nicked the antenna, and she went right back to her to establish her as an offensive threat, or a weapon, I should say.
18, serving 11. Satele serves. And that just climbs and climbs and is out of sight. 18-12. For the first time in this game, coming in is Kamali Maeda from Roosevelt. 5'6" sophomore. Goes into the back row, replacing Satele. Dug up by Danielson. Mafua, step out, Hewitt. And that's in. Nobody was in the back row. Hamilton was in the area, but she got no help.
Hewitt doing a fabulous job. Look at that set right to the pin, right to the antenna. Perfect location. Hewitt hitting deep and hard.
And the same thing for Mafua. Last time that, this could be the last time that people see her live in a Rainbow Wahine uniform. That ball really hit down. But a back row attack, a violation again. Boy, they've been guilty of that all match long. That time it was called on Carter, rather, excuse me, Walker, Riley Walker. Outside, Church is blocked by Hewitt and Danielson, 20-12.
And you can see the wind coming out of their sails here. Hawaii really separating now in game 3.
At the end of tonight's match, Janine Morse, Chief Executive Officer of the University of Hawaii Federal Credit Union, will present the two Rainbow Wahine seniors with their senior plaques. Serving is Griffith's overpass. Hawaii with the advantage. No, that ball comes back over. Boy, Hawaii had the advantage on the overpass, and then they overpassed. 21-12.
Talk about ball control, that first contact being so critical. And sometimes you can have a little brain cramp, but the first contact is critical to every play.
Serving will be Hamilton. Hamilton gets it across, dug up Kaihui Mafua. Danielson had to lean back for that one. Hitting it back across is Milo, dug up by Griffiths. Mafua goes to Danielson, pushes it over left-handed, and gets it down.
You know, I bet you could blindfold her, and she just knows this court so well, proving it left-handed right there on that play.
22-13. Coming to the end here of this regular season. Serving is Hewitt, that's an ace. 23-13. And Hawaii 2 points away from having a perfect conference season. They've lost only one all year. That was to USC in a 5-gamer. Ball hit over by Taylor. Hawaii with it. Danielson. Cross court. And that ball goes off Walker. This is Aloha match point. 24-13. Dave Shoji takes out Mafua. And already out is Kai Hui. Serving will be Hewitt. These are great moments. No one says aloha like Hawaii to their athletes. Ball hit over by Milo. Outside Danielson, that's off the block. In the air by Tuaninga, who has come into the game. Hamilton. Ball hit over by Milo. Griffiths. And that ball hit on the block and then out. That went off Taylor, and she tried to get it into the deep part of the court. Hawaii wins it 25-13. Not only that, Hawaii goes perfectly through the whack. They went through the whack, and they just had everything their way. 59 straight games